right, Ian, Forrest, and Ryan, our magnificent house musicians, we are so grateful. Thank you and welcome to our service here at Unity of Richmond. I'm Reverend Valorie Gunsch, and welcome to those of you who are new here today. Welcome to our artists and vendors who are here for our holiday art pop-up that we have going on right now. The energy is high, and we're grateful to usher in our season of gratitude and our season of giving as we start our day today. I'd like to welcome those who are also online with us today, as we always have our wonderful folks who are following us online. So let's come together and say our first unity principle together. There is one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good. Our service leader today is Kara Boston.
Can y'all hear me? Doesn't sound like it either, that's why. One moment, please. I think that's better. All right. We all want to hear the daily word. All right, so I am divinely guided, moment by moment, breath by breath, with certainty and assurance. I go forth to do what is mine to do, trusting all things are working for good. Even during the most trying times, through my faith, I am assured all is well. Regardless of appearances, just as the sun shines after a storm, in times of uncertainty, I turn within, pray, and enter the silence where I can better discern the still, small voice within me. Then I relax and pay attention to my intuition. I listen deeply to my soul's calling. I am open and receptive to the many ways my guidance manifests. Knowing and claiming my oneness with God, I dare to reach for my dreams. With unshakable faith, I go forth, expecting to receive clear guidance and direction from the Christ within me. I will instruct you and teach you the way you should go, Psalm 32:8. Now together we'll say the mantra or today's affirmation 3 times together. Divine guidance clears and lights my way. Divine guidance clears and lights my way. Divine guidance clears and lights my way.
Good morning, Unity. Let's all stand and sing this together. Yes. Pour yourself in me. Pour yourself into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit. Pour yourself in me. Pour yourself into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit. Pour your joy in me. Pour your joy into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit. Sing your song in me. Sing your song into my heart. Whoa, wonderful Spirit. Whoa, wonderful Spirit.
All right. Take a deep breath. Exhale this past week. And welcome in today's words, songs, praise, creativity, weather, the sun shining, our hearts beating, breathing, all the blood flow, all happening without us having to control it. It just is. May we come to this service and let things happen just as they are, just as they are meant to be, so that we transform our lives and can transform the world. And so it is. And now together we will do the Metro Richmond prayer. We pray for the families of metropolitan Richmond, for an end to child abuse, for healthy relationships between children and their caregivers, for the care and protection of infants, children, and youth, and for the intimate knowledge that each one is a beloved child of God. So it is. All right, stick with me here. We've got a lot going on. 'Tis the season. All right. So first off, we do have the art pop-up popping right now, but just definitely stay tuned in here, and then there'll be plenty of time to shop afterwards. So please check them out. We have some even in the back of the sanctuary as well as outside. So there's plenty of room to mingle. So thank you for supporting this fundraiser for us. And you can add some touches to our beautiful building by joining the holiday decorating on Saturday, December 2nd. So all hands are welcome, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Even if you might physically not be able to do something, you can emotionally support those that are sweating it out when they put up the decorations. So the following weekend, we have our chili cook-off and cookie social. So you get something maybe a little spicy and something a little sweet, all in one place. Please be sure to sign up. We will be passing around a lot of signups today. So, multitasking probably is going to be asked for in this service, just a heads up. So the chili cook-off is a fundraiser, so is the cookie social, and you can actually win a prize if you are the chef that has the best chili. So those that are in for the competition, join us. Those that like to eat, join us. It'll be a good time. All right, so the holiday schedule has changed up a little bit since you might have seen it last. So I'm just going to hit a few of the changes that I haven't already talked about yet. So on Sunday, December 17th from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., that will be a youth-led service. Stay after, though, because we will have our Christmas potluck. So again, another thing to sign up for is what you're going to bring to enjoy with our congregation. The candlelight service for Christmas Eve is going to be our morning Sunday service as usual, but the burning bowl service has been changed to 5 p.m. So that is a nighttime evening service now, so that is a change. So please mark that on your calendars. All right, who likes to karaoke? Yeah, 7 p.m. this Friday, November 24th. So what a way to work off the holiday dinner that you might have had the day before, to dance a little bit, sing a little bit, all that. So please join us at 7 p.m. right here at Unity of Richmond. It is a fun time had by all. You might have family. Why don't you bring them here? What a great way to celebrate together. We have a raffle, so 1 ticket for $5, 2 for $10, and there's 3, sorry. So I guess, Natasha, I can't read the slides as I thought I could. Or it's that age thing. So anyway, you can definitely support. This is another way to support the church with this fundraiser. There are 2 different gift baskets that you would win by buying these tickets. So please make sure that you check out the details that are coming in Constant Contact, because the print is a little bit smaller. It's starting next week, so save your dollars. Or rebuild them after you buy art pop-up stuff. That's what I meant to say. All right, one more. So December 9th, we have an opportunity for community service, which is Habitat for Humanity. If you'd like more information, I think Eric is the one. Yep, Eric is the one to talk to you about that. Again, a great way to give back in the season. You don't have to just give gifts. And signups are going around. All in one thing. And if you're online and have something and you want to sign up, you can contact the church or just put a message in and we'll get to you. Now, let's really get to where we're going to have fun with Miss Katrina.
Good morning, beloveds. Closed my eyes to see the man himself appeared to say, to write is just to believe. So I will write it down on the jagged edges, the ugliness I've seen, until I change the truth, rearrange the letters for beauty underneath. Dear home, if you can hear me, don't go. I can't feel you now, but I know you're there. Dear hope, I could really use you now. Throw me a rope, throw me a rope, dear hope. I can't seem to shake it yet, this feeling that things may never change. It always breaks my heart when broken hearts ache to heal again. So I will write it down and make jagged edges into something I can hold. Don't want to lose my way like dear Hemingway, so I won't let go. Dear hope, if you can hear me, don't go. I can't feel you now, but I know you're there. Dear hope, I could really use you now. Throw me a rope, throw me a rope, throw me a rope, throw me a rope, dear hope.
You, Katrina, and guys, thank you so much. The world could use some hope right now. Yes. All right, well, I do want to acknowledge that I see you online, Joe and Peggy. who are local. Joe and Peggy, his wife, and then there's Peggy White. Rita and Sandy, our friends in Ohio, who are usually watching us every week. Cam, Vicky, Heather, and today I see Donna Horizon is watching from Colorado. So hey, shout out to you all from Unity of Richmond. We're glad you're here with us. So I received a letter from Silent Unity, and since it is Thanksgiving, I wanted to share a little thought about that. There were a couple of Thanksgiving memories shared in the letter, and one of them was a republication of an article from Good Business Magazine, November 1938. I am thankful for the life that pulsates in every cell and fiber of my being, the intelligence that illumines each step of my daily path, the faith that carries my vision past the immediate appearance, the work that enables me to express my highest talents, the joy that makes my heart dance, the food that nourishes my body, the rest that renews my mind and body, the beauty that is spread all about me, the friends who hear and understand, who are loyal and true. Then there's also a little message from Sig Paulson in 1972. It says, beginning right now and continuing without interruption, I will develop my ability to use the energy of gratitude. I will become an expert in gratitude, of gratitude. I will praise and give thanks consciously and subconsciously until every thought of my mind and every feeling of my heart and every cell of my body gets into the act of being grateful. So I thought those two things were worth sharing since we are coming into Thanksgiving week, and I might share another one next Sunday and on the Sunday after Thanksgiving. So today's message is about a blossoming abundance. So I have a question for you. Do you feel as though abundance is blossoming in your life? If not, what are the barriers? And if so, then what is the secret? So today I want to speak further about this expansion of our prosperity consciousness and blossoming abundance and gratitude, because they are all interrelated and go hand in hand. And so as we reflect on all of life's blessings and express our gratitude, we uplift our consciousness, stay aware of that infinite flow of opportunity, divine ideas, creativity, and solutions to problems. With gratitude, we have that consciousness of God as our source and our supply, the source of all substance and supply. Now there's a scripture in 2 Corinthians 9:8 that says, and God is able to make all grace abound to you, so that having all sufficiency in all things at all times, you may abound in every good work. That's a very beautiful and reassuring promise that that Spirit within is able to make all grace abound to you, so that having all sufficiency in all things at all times, you may abound in every good work. So we started this conversation a week before last about prosperity consciousness and using our skills to build our prosperity consciousness. We're going to continue that conversation in 3 more classes, beginning not this Wednesday because it's Thanksgiving Eve, and I would like to have some people in the class. So we're going to do it November 29th into the 2 weeks into December through December 13th. We'll have three classes on blossoming abundance. Now, we don't need a holiday to be grateful, or to give generously, though this is a season that we are mindful to do so. And this practice of being grateful and that of generosity in our giving, these are keys to our blossoming abundance. Many a prosperity teacher will say that giving opens up doorways in our consciousness that make us open to receiving. And now, have you ever noticed that this is true? You might as well give until you feel really good, because giving brings about good feelings, increases your immunity, and the pride of knowing that you are the source or the expression of prosperity as you share your time, your talent, your creativity, and your money. So giving also keeps your mind off of personal worries and concerns too. The role that gratitude plays is that the more we are mindful of grace in our life, the more rich and abundant we feel. We cultivate an expectancy that we are always in supply and have enough for our needs. It's that sufficiency in all things that the scripture spoke of. Now here's a little quote from Myrtle Fillmore. She said this: "This is our method of prayer, acknowledging our oneness with God, claiming this ability that this gives, and expecting to have the things." I'm going to have to, yes, change, because it is hard to read from here, Carol. Yeah, it's that distance thing. This is our method of prayer, acknowledging our oneness with God, claiming the ability that this gives, and expecting to have the things needed and conducive to spiritual progress. That is the consciousness of prosperity. Today, we are going to talk about a roadmap for bridging the gap when we maybe don't always feel prosperous and abundant. We want to keep that universal bank account in the black. Keep those deposits going into that account, which reassures us to be a vibrational match for peace of mind, for gratitude, the joy and expectancy and receiving. I've come up with 6 keys to growing our abundance, so get ready for the 6 keys. The key to our blossoming abundance is to know that true prosperity is first and foremost in consciousness. As Paul Hasselbeck says in Heart-Centered Metaphysics, it is about obtaining a consciousness through and from which substance will flow, and ultimately that unfolding more and more of Christ consciousness. More and more of that spiritual essence that we all are. So as we unfold more and more of our spiritual essence, there is no limit to what Spirit can do by means of us or by means of another. So our first focus, our first key is this: stay focused on Spirit, on God consciousness first. Put that relationship first. Put that connection first. Give of your time. That's what tithing of your time is, by the way, is putting your time in to connect with the divine. Tithing of talent, that's when you're giving using your gifts. But anyway, give your time in the study of oneness. Give your time in prayer and meditation to align with spiritual nature. You never know what can come to you when you do that. I had been journaling for a long time in my life, and I have recently put together some, as I've looked over, because sometimes I just put them on the shelf and they sit there and I've forgotten all about them. Well, there's some really valuable things there that came to me through Spirit speaking to me, and so I've put them together in Love Notes and Heart Streams, which is about to be published, but I didn't make it by today to finish it, but I will before the end of the year. Anyway, this was one of the messages that came to me. It says, the more you nurture and care for your body, soul, mind, and spirit, the more you have to serve the greater good of humanity. When you are attuned to the higher frequency of God alignment, you work with simplicity and ease and grace. When obstacles arise, adjust, listen, and take the right action to move back into the flow. Align. Allow resistance to fall away and step forward with confidence and without apology. Step forward in faith and trust. Be with your sacred self daily, hour by hour, moment by moment. Put aside business and busyness. Come apart for a while. You must. Being at peace, being in love, being beginner mind, open mind is what frees you from the conditions of the present and past. You can have compassion without drowning in suffering. Practice non-attachment. Keep the high watch. And don't agree with limitations of the mind. Trust in divine order. Trust in the Holy to deliver you from any perceived battle. And most of all, be love and bring light. Key number 2. Empty our mind of its judgments. Forgiveness, letting go, releasing. Become beginner's mind and learn to observe your life as it is happening by staying in the present moment rather than judging it. Third key, look for the good. Look for the good in all situations. Charles Fillmore, there's a quote that he wrote that said something to the effect of, you look for the good until only that which is good appears. Whatever you think and feel that results in dis-ease, be curious about it. Investigate. I wonder what good is coming from this. I wonder what I can learn from this. I wonder what is trying to emerge from within me and my spirit from this. So we notice, just be noticing what we think and feel. And if it doesn't feel good, then we change our thoughts. We become curious and observant and non-judgmental and trust that all things are working for good for you and for everyone. And remember the old Indian proverb, and if it's not good yet, it is not yet the end. The first part says all things are good in the end, but it's not, if it's not yet good, then it's not yet the end. All right, key number 4, put your faith into action by continuing to be in the flow, continuing to express the flow, by giving, by being generous. One of the keys to our increased consciousness is exercising our faith by giving generously and knowing that there is an infinite flow from which all substance and supply is sourced. Stay focused always that there is always something that you have to offer that is valuable to someone. So, whatever that is, give it out of love and generosity. Put your faith in that. Here are a few teachings then from some noted Unity teachers on giving and service. Charles Fillmore, he said, there's 2 quotes from him, "We shall serve for the joy of serving. Prosperity shall flow to and through us in unending streams of plenty." And he also said, you must prepare your consciousness for the inflow of universal substance. Catherine Ponder, another prosperity teacher, she said, the law of giving is this, give, and then make way to receive. Sharing and expectancy are the beginning of financial increase. Now, there have been times in my life when I wasn't sure that I had enough in my bank account, and I was a little hesitant to give, right? Anybody ever felt that? Well, I gave it anyway because that's that act of faith. And then in the same week, some unexpected check came in the mail or some gift was given to me. And you know, it's a mystery on how this works. This is how, but this is universal law, that law that, you know, giving, you know, that there is a balance of things. So the law of giving and receiving is all the same. So what we give, we will receive back in some other way or form. And so giving opens us up to receive. Number 5, engage with others in your community. We are, when we engage with others and make that connection, one, we have a sense of belonging, and 2, the impact of what we can do is greater than one person can do alone. So always remember to gather with others and create. That's what the Richmonders coming together for risk is all about, you know, where the group of churches in the area of Richmond are coming together to improve things in the city of Richmond for people. So, and that's because us all coming together as one voice and for one purpose has an impact. Now here's a practical, one more. The last thing, number 6, is gratitude. We have talked about that we express, that we are in that consciousness of gratitude every day. We had a class assignment in one of our classes last year when we did a class, and we got partners, and we got to check in with each other every day. Something I am grateful for. It was a beautiful way to get to know. I got to know Mike because we were partners, and you know, to hear each other's things that we love and appreciate. And that increased my love and appreciation too, as I could feel his, and it was also became mine. Sometimes we don't know how much someone or something means to us until we come close to losing them. But don't wait for that to happen. Be mindful of the grace and the blessings that are in your life every day. And that will shift your energy, your consciousness. Another a practical thing that is given in some of the classes is to look in your environment and look at the excess of stuff that you don't need, you know, to clean out, you know, to give away, to recirculate the things and not hoard things in life. Even paper. How many people have attics and basements of boxes of paper? You know, old things. You know, we don't need to keep things for 50 years. Okay? Keep the important ones, you know, but you know, you can shred your income taxes every 7 years, or your receipts or all that. You don't need them after that. But if anyway, that's just one. But let's because when we do that, we make room. We make room for that which is our good. And so if we're hoarding things, then we're blocking the flow. So that's just a practical tip. And the other thing is about the power of our word and the power of our thoughts. And I'm reminded of the Johnny Mercer song, which Katrina has sung here before. You got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between, right? You got to spread joy up to the maximum, bring gloom down to the minimum, and have faith or pandemonium liable to walk upon the scene. All right. I love that. Such a great reminder, you know? So, yes, although we can do all these practices, stay faithful with the practices while doing our personal work, because sometimes we do have to do a little excavating in life. don't we? Yes, we have to excavate. So I don't mean, oh, we just say these words and we, have these practices and things magically, sometimes we have the need to uncover something that is in our consciousness or our subconscious that may be blocking our way. So we can gather up at the same time that wisdom and that spiritual understanding to see it rightly instead of trying to fix it and make it right. Now, Gay Hendricks wrote a book called The Big Leap some years ago, and he talks about this term that he's coined, upper limits, in his book. It's good to know that sometimes we withhold good from ourselves by not knowing that we're subconsciously sabotaging ourselves with these upper limits. Our upper limit is what occurs when things are going well in life and then we unconsciously create a drama because we can only stand so much good. The ceiling can only go so high. I don't know if you can relate to that, but so have you ever thought or said when things are going well, this is too good to be true? Or pinch me, I must be dreaming. Or something like that. Or things are going well and you're like, what's going to happen next? Waiting for the shoe to drop, right? That's that unconscious urge right there. So in his book, there's an example that he had. He coaches a lot of people, Gay Hendricks, and he had a billionaire client that he was coaching. And this man was, very secure in cash and money and business. And yet he complained about his wife buying an expensive toilet paper. Okay? Can you imagine having billions of dollars and worrying about the cost of toilet paper? Well, it wasn't about the toilet paper, if you can imagine. It was all about how much good this man could stand to have in his life. Hendricks even asked him to do some calculations. If your wife went crazy and bought all this toilet paper, how much would that cost? What percentage of your income would that be? And what percentage is going up and down in the stock market every day that you lose or whatever? So he was trying to help him see some practical reason, that it wasn't about the money. Okay. So he challenged him to go through the day without complaining to his wife about the things she spent money on. And so he did that. He rose to that challenge, and then they decided, wow, this really improved our relationship a lot. Let's try it for a day, for a week. And anyway, they became, more, their relationship improved. Once he uncovered this unconscious sabotage that he was doing. So we want to spend some time on maybe doing some excavating, but spend more time on the expectancy of good. Spend more time on that number one key, your relationship with the divine. So if you catch yourself in negativity, then go ahead and turn it around. Put loving thoughts in your consciousness until you can feel that shift, or until you can feel it is real, and or as they say, fake it until you make it. Unity minister Eric Butterworth wrote this: there is a great need to establish in ourselves those things that are conducive to prosperity. We need to turn our attention away from lack, layoffs, and limitations, and on the omnipresence of universal substance. Now he goes on to say, expose yourself constantly to wealthful ideas. Think prosperity, substance, affluence. Your life will be influenced for good or ill by the kinds of thoughts that rule your mind and manifest themselves in your world. Considered in the broadcast sense, prosperity is spiritual well-being. This involves the whole experience of healing life, satisfying love, abiding peace and harmony, a whole creature in a whole universe. We have been erroneously conditioned to believe that our lives are completely shaped by what happens around us and to us. But life is lived from within out. It is not what happens out there. It's what we think, what we do, or think about what happens out there. The starting point in realizing prosperity is to accept responsibility for your own thoughts, thus taking charge of your life. You cannot afford to let the so-called economic experts, now I'm going to add political experts to that too, okay, decide how you are going to think and feel. How you think and feel will invariably determine what you experience. Make a commitment to get yourself and keep yourself in the positive stream of life. Eliminate such thoughts as, I can't, I'm afraid, there's not enough from your consciousness. Talk only about the things you want to see, live, and grow. Keep your thoughts centered in the ideas of abundance, self-sufficiency, and well-being. Work on the realization that you are surrounded by a divine presence which wishes for you only good, because you are expressing its life. The exciting truth is that God will make you prosperous and successful in all your ways if you do not make it too hard for God. Infinite mind will put ideas into your mind, words into your mouth, creativity into your hands, boundless opportunity before you, and guiding light on your way. Thus, it's the sermon of Eric Butterworth. Yes. So, to recap, our 6 keys are putting God first, emptying your mind of judgments, forgiveness, look for the good, put faith into action by actively giving and being generous, engage with your community to increase your connection and your impact, and practice gratitude. Now, to grow in your abundance quotient, give encouragement, give a compliment, give someone a helping hand, give of your personal wealth, and give it freely, knowing that you cannot lose anything when you give from love. Give from that consciousness. The infinite flow of good is always available. Now, here's a little piece that helps us. Mary Morrissey says, pay attention to your emotional guidance system and let us know. That lets us know when we are off track. Pause where you are right now and feel your aliveness. Just feel your aliveness. Feel your body, and if you have shoes on, feel the shoes on your feet, and the clothing on your skin, and the breeze caressing your exposed skin. Thank God for this holy temple called your body. For a moment, notice that you have thoughts. You can choose your thoughts because you are a co-creator with God. Give thanks right now for the power that you have to choose your own thoughts and the capacity to exercise that power. Right now, notice that you have feelings, which are one of your intelligence systems, because they tell you when you're on track. You know because you feel good when you're on track, and you feel bad when you're off track. That part of your guidance system is our feelings. So right now, we give thanks for our body, for our thoughts, our emotions, and all of which are God's gift to us as part of this wondrous, wondrous, holy gift called a human life. So to close, we shall serve for the joy of serving. Prosperity shall flow to and through us in unending streams of plenty. So it is. Namaste. So now is the time for us to prepare for meditation. And do just what the little last exercise just did. Let's check in with our just being aware of the seat that's holding you up, aware of your feet on the ground, aware of the breath coming and going. And notice in this emotional guidance system what where your feelings, what feelings you're feeling in your body, and where you feel. Allow your mind and your body to just relax. And to tap into that infinite flow of substance and supply that is ever available. Think about the things that you have to give that matter to other people in your life. Supportive words, a smile, a helping hand. Just your presence of being there to witness their remarkable divinity. And at the same time, imagine yourself looking into a mirror. And seeing your own eyes. Saying, I see you. Beloved, I see you. I am yours. I love you and I appreciate you. Well done. Put your hands over your heart. Say, I am love. I am loved. I am loved and I am loved. And I am divine. this in your mind's eye. Visualize or sense everyone who is here in this sanctuary right now. I appreciate you. I love you. You are divine. You are a blessing in my life. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. For your presence is enough. Let those waves of gratitude just continue to ripple out from within your being and out into this room and out into the world. So as we come to a close at this time now, we just know that at any time you can do this check-in with your emotional guidance system, this check-in with your spiritual essence, your divine one. By just pausing and breathing. Be still and know. Be still and know I am God, as the scripture says. And so it is. Amen. So when you feel ready, go ahead and move your body in the way that feels comfortable to be grounded in the room. And before we do our blessing, I just want to say on the, again on the practical, we have opportunities coming up. We're going to have an angel tree where we can, submit gifts for families. We have a foster child program that is going to leave a box here for us to do. Again, Habitat for Humanity, Caritas, providing meals at the homeless shelter. And we have endless opportunities to give of our financial abundance. Giving Tuesday is right around the corner. For others and year-end charities, we have our own, 501(c), and so we hope that you would also remember Unity of Richmond on the top of your list, because your gifts support carrying our mission and our purpose forward in the world as a church without walls. So together, let us say our prosperity blessing, and this basket has a QR code. You can use that. You can write a check. You can go online to the website or Facebook. Divine love, expressing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful.
When a thing is weak, it has a life about it. Now maybe not a life like you and me, but somewhere there's a secret streak of green inside it. Now come and let me show you what I mean. When a thing is weak, it has a light around it. Now maybe not a light that you can see, thing is big, it has a way of knowing when it's safe to grow again, and you will see when there's sun and water sweet enough to feed it, it will climb up through the earth, a pale new green. You clear away the dead parts so the tender buds can form. You loosen up the earth and let the roots get warm. Let the roots get warm. Come a mild day, come a warm rain, come a snowdrop a coming up. Come a lily, come a lilac, come to call, calling all of us to come and see. Being is weak and someone cares about it, and comes each day to work the earth below. It will grow, it will, and you must never doubt it. For through the darkest nighttime, it's waiting for the right time. When a thing is weak, it will grow.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we'll give thanks for that in a minute, but for right now, thanks to these gifts. We give thanks for the gifts that will support our mission of creating a spiritually awakened world. Thank you, ushers. All right, so I know that we do have children downstairs, but they're probably just too busy having fun, so we'll let them keep there, but we give them our blessing. And thank you for the teachers that are there today with them and throughout the year. We really appreciate you, and we still have space if anybody's interested. As you know, being a teacher, we can help you out with that. So thank you to Katrina, amazing. Thank you, Ryan, Forrest, and Ian. The musical talents are amazing. Thank you, Rob and Natasha in the back for audiovisual. Thank you to all the artists and those that set up the art pop-up. I think Barbara and Janet, I think, were in charge of that. So thank you, thank you. Thank you, Reverend Val, for your amazing message and sharing your poetry, and good luck with getting that published. I know it's a lot of work. Thank you for Debbie and those that keep the church running throughout the week. We couldn't do this without you. And thanks everybody for joining us today. You all get a round of applause. So, and for the end, I think we're going to do the prayer of protection. Oh, there will be chaplains up front that do hold you in confidence, anything that you share with them. So please use that amazing service as well. And I think we can move into prayer of protection then. Ready? You can all rise. Sound like a judge. All right. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.